Welcome back. I'm RJ Mamula. If you enjoy these videos on philosophy, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. Today, we are going to talk about ethics and morals. In the previous video, I talked about how certain beliefs are objective, meaning wherever you stand on an issue, there's a right position and a wrong position, and how some beliefs are subjective, that whether they're true or not is simply a matter of personal preference, personal taste, personal conscience, or culture. But what about beliefs in terms of ethics or morals? Are they objective? Are they relative? Well, I'm going to go through the different positions. One is called subjective ethical relativism, which says what's moral or ethical merely comes down to the individual conscience. If your conscience tells you it's wrong, it's wrong. If it tells you it's okay for you. Then there's the conventional ethical relativism, which means it's culturally relative. It depends on the culture you live in. And then there's ethical objectivism, which is every moral belief is either objectively right or objectively wrong. Now, if objectivism is correct in terms of ethical beliefs and moral beliefs, then what determines whether or not something is moral? There's different proposals on that. One of them is divine command, that something is right or wrong because God or a God or some divine being says so. If God were to say it's wrong to drink Pepsi, then it would be wrong to drink Pepsi. Another position is that morals and ethics can be determined simply by reason. And it may or may not necessitate the existence of a divine being. For example, you can rationalize that it is wrong to kill another human being. That was a topic discussed by Socrates when he was on trial. The trial that ultimately resulted in his execution by the drinking of the hemlock. He brought up the question, is something right because God says so? Or does God say it's right because it's right? In other words, God may have created the earth and the universe, and we're talking God in a generic sense, not necessarily the Judeo-Christian God. And of course, the Greeks were polytheistic. But he proposed that God created the universe, and then because of the structure of the universe, certain things effectively became moral or immoral simply by reason. Now, if morality can be determined by reason, then how do we reason it? What approach do we take to that reasoning? There's different approaches to that, and I will talk about them in my next video. But for the time being, please post your thoughts and comments on this topic in the comments section. I look forward to reading them.